Alright, so let's talk about Penny. As we all know, Penny was one of the first to take the potion made by Mr. P in the hospital. Then she supposedly traveled up north all the way to the lab, and that's where we come across her for the first time in book 2. After that, we didn't really know what happened next, until we saw her again at lab. Now there's a note in the map that says time is running out, but we need to work on this fast. I think we're onto something. Our first sample reduced the aggressiveness of a subject. This note is clearly written by one of the scientists, but it's interesting how they stopped Penny from becoming violent, almost as if the cure was actually working. There's another note in this map that says missing an eye, but why? Now, I've made numerous theories about what accepting TO's difference does to someone's body, but I want to add something on. Almost every character with full insolence eyes has darkening limbs, possibly showing us how long they've been infected for. We can see this in characters like Marcus, where he's only partially darkened, whereas, with other characters like Coley have a bit more. It could be that once they fully darken they look like the crawling trap. With this theory, we can see that Penny doesn't have as much of this darkness on her body. This means one of two things. Although she was the first infected, she might have only accepted TO's deal later on. It could also mean that she stopped being infected at some point. This would mean that when Penny was in the lab, she was actually cured, which is why we see the cure work in some of the endings. However, how would she get infected for the second time, after being cured? Well, if you've watched my other theory videos, you'd know that being infected isn't the same as being part of the insolence, because the insolence is more of a state of mind that causes someone to lose control as caused by tiredness, due to Eddie's board in the lab chapter. It could also be that she was scratched again. The infected can teleport and Penny isn't different, so they might have teleported to her eye and scratched it, which could also explain the crawling trap in the vents. We know that the military were ambushed in the camp chapter from the notes there. Anyways, that's the theory that Penny was cured. Subscribe for more videos like this, I guess.